Dwight Howard has found himself in the spotlight, and it's not for basketball. Recently, allegations of SA, can't say the whole thing because of YouTube,
right?
Have come out against Howard from a man that he met on social media platform Instagram. Howard has denied the SA allegations. Sticks. What are your thoughts on this whole situation, my guy?
So this ain't his first allegation, right? Because back in 2018, he had another situation with another gentleman or whatever that they want to be called. Back in 2018, but with this situation, it's a little bit different because it's a gentleman named Stephen Harper that came out and said that he reached out to Dwight Howard on Instagram and fell in the DMs, and they decided
down in the DMs.
It go down. He's stupid, and they decided,
but it wasn't Snapchat me that. It was something.
It was real me that or DM me that type shit. And so after it went down to the DMs, they decided that back in July of 2021, a little over 2 years ago, that they were gonna meet up at the White House, at the Dwight Howard house in Georgia type shit. And so initially, it's consensual type shit, initially. And this is just from the story that I've read, from the reports that I've read, and the things that I've seen. Because if you go look at Cameron and Mace, the dude's stupid. But anyway, so they meet up and they start to do their thing. And I'm kind of uncomfortable talking about this, but I ain't gonna lie.
You sound like Stephen A. Smith. Did you see that? Did you see his?
Stop it! Get it off the screen! Stop it! Stop it! But so they get to they get to doing their thing, doing what grown folk do, and with all the inclusion going on up in that room in Georgia. Then all of a sudden, boom! Out the bathroom pops this gentleman named Kitty. So, and according to Stephen Harper, Kitty pops out with a full beard, fake breasts, and a dress on with some heels. And at that point, he was uncomfortable, and he said he wanted to leave because he didn't expect there to be another person joining in on these festivities. Now, I'm gonna use what May said on they podcast. Shout out to their podcast. Their podcast is hilarious. It is what it is. Podcast. It is hilarious because they're just funny in general. But May said it's no longer consensual when it's no longer consensual when you surprise somebody. So dude was like, hold up, I know you, and I agree to do this with you, but who the hell is Kitty, and what are they doing here? And so he was like, I want to leave. And that's whenever the allegations of SA came along, false imprisonment. And it was also reported by Stephen Harper that Dwight Howard wouldn't let the gentleman, Mr. Harper, get an Uber back home. He made him ride home with Kitty. He made Kitty take him home. And in the car ride, Kitty actually threatened his life. Saying if you take matter of fact, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it directly for what the gentleman said, if I can find it fast enough. But he said that Kitty advised, according to Harper, Kitty advised him to keep everything a secret or someone will put a bullet in his head. Craziness, folks. Craziness. So Dwight Howard, he a freaky little something, first of all. But and I know what I'm gonna let D-Lo say it because he said it earlier in the week when we were talking about this. Just be who you are, bro. First of all. And secondly, if you do have this type of, these types of activities going along, then you need to do what some people do and just have people sign NDAs, bro. Like, why are these celebrities getting into these situations with people and not having these people sign non-disclosure agreements? I don't understand. And y'all want to do it's just a lot, bro. But D-Lo, how do you feel about this, dog? How do you feel about it?
So Dwight has recently come out and said what he does in his bedroom is none of our business.
True.
And he's right.
Very true.
He's right. What he does in his bedroom is none of our business. Who he does it with is none of our business. However, he is Dwight Howard, and it is now a SA allegation involved in this. So therefore, it is public knowledge. And so, being that it is public knowledge, being that it is Dwight Howard, who is 6'10", 265 pounds, involved in this, is going to be talked about. And not because of the hetero homo aspect of it.
Yeah.
It's because it is a sexual allegation. Well, I done said it. An essay allegation involved in it. And if it was him and a woman, it would be talked about. And he would not say what he does in his bedroom is his business. So he would be saying, he would just leave it at what he said earlier in the week is it's not true and leave it at that. But because the public is now saying, okay, well, it's not true, but bro, this really what you be doing? And so now he's like, well, y'all mind y'all business. So, I mean, listen, I feel like based off of what we, this is a little uncomfortable to talk about. Based off of what we know about this story and what we know of how Dwight Howard played basketball, I'm not going to say that I think it's true, but you do see aggression for Dwight Howard. Pause. You do see. Why are you making the face, man? You do see Dwight Howard play with a lot of aggression, right?
Yeah.
And so if he is like that on the court, then maybe he could be. Anyway,
I didn't know. I made that face, but I just didn't know where that was going.
Yeah. But okay, but the thing is, I think a lot of people are attacking his impulses or his preferences, whether it be hetero or homo, because of the DMs that were released, where he says, Stephen Harper says, "What are you into? You like it freaky?" And he said, "Yeah, I like it freaky, but I want to let you know I'm not gay or anything. I'm just a little nasty." Boy, if you don't shut up, you is 100%, and there's nothing wrong with that if you are.
There's nothing wrong with it.
But live in your truth.
Facts.
Live in your truth is what we're saying.
Exactly.
Because a lot of the public already assumes that there is a larger portion of professional athletes in whatever sport it is that's gay. And so if you are, but live in it. And if you got caught and you didn't want it to be out, well, okay, listen, yes. Because now he's not answering, he won't answer any questions at all when it comes to that. He's like shut down. But what you do in the dark will come to light. And so if you think that you thought you was going to get away with it and you out here just living wild all types of ways, and you got caught, now you have to live in that, man. You have to have some accountability and own up to it. So yes, Dwight Howard, it is not our business what you do in your bedroom. It is not our business who you mess with in your bedroom. But because of these allegations and because of the way it has come out, it is now everybody is public knowledge, and we're going to talk about all of the aspects of it. Did you do it or did you not? How come we're just now finding out that why are you trying to hide that you dip both sides of the fence? And then also, why is it now that it's just coming out? Living your truth.
Facts, bro. And it's but I think, and I was having this debate. I was having a debate on as to why, and it's crazy because it was the very next day that the news dropped. But I was having a debate with another couple of my gaming buddies, and one in particular is a stark. He watches the show religiously, so I know you're gonna hear this. He's a stark Dwight Howard hater. He's a Dwight Howard hater. And we were having a discussion around Steven Adams just got hurt out for the season. Yep. And I was like, shoot, why not Dwight Howard? Why not move Dwight Howard right into that spot with the Grizzlies? He would be a great part. And he was like, no, fuck that. Dwight Howard ain't gonna be in there. He was going off on me. Like, nah, you know, he was great when he was with Orlando, but then he came out and he was doing all of this in Houston and the Lakers, and then he went back. It was a good piece, but he's not the same player, and he's ass. Now he's ass. I'm like, no, Dwight Howard is not ass. To say he's ass is kind of crazy for a future Hall of Famer.
Definitely.
But we were just going off, and we was having that debate. He lies.
Go ahead, man.
You know what?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
But we were having that debate, and literally the next day, I'm not hitting the mic. I always hit this damn mic. The next day, this news comes out about Dwight Howard, and I was like, you know what? Yep. You know what? You're right, bro. You got it. You got it, bro. You got it. Because this ain't, number one, this ain't the first time that he's been outed by being a little freaky dude, first of all. Right. And secondly, I'm thinking to myself as I'm riding to work, did the NBA know something about this? Because there should be no reason why Dwight Howard, Boogie Cousins, guys like that are not in the NBA. So it's like there's got to be something behind the scenes that the NBA knows about these gentlemen that have been blacklisted. Isaiah Thomas, he should probably, small, new school.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
He should be in the league. Like he's still got game. Like why is he not in the league? And there's got to be something that the NBA knows behind the scenes that we don't as to why these guys aren't in the league. And this had to be it about Dwight Howard. They had to know about this allegation going on. They had to have known, which is why he's not in the league now. They had to be, because this is back in 2021. Dwight Howard ain't been in the league since they won a championship in 2020.
Nah, he played a year after.
Did he play the year after?
He played in 2021.
So okay. Well, then that makes it even crazier then, because this happened in 2021. He hasn't been in the league since 2021. So they had to have known something about this, bro. I don't know, man. I mean, just like D-Lo said, man, live in your truth, dog. If this is what you do, if you dip on the both sides of the fence and you like to be a bottom and then like to be a top every once in a while, do your thing, player. Do your thing. Like it ain't nobody else's business. But when it comes to something like this that you're doing behind closed doors, and all of a sudden now you're being outed for SA, now it is everybody else's business. Now, like D-Lo said, we gonna talk about it because
if it was a woman, it would be talked about.
It would be talked. Yeah, it would 100%.
And all you would say is, I didn't do it. And that's all you would say. You wouldn't say it's nobody's business what I do behind closed doors, because that would make it seem like you doing some crazy stuff behind closed doors. And it is true. So
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And
so yeah.
And didn't Dwight Howard's lawyer come out and say that none of this is all of these allegations are false, and it's all happened because Mr. Harper got blocked, and now the dude is trying to bring out a false statement about what happened. Like, come on, bro. Like, the DMs are out. The picture of Kitty is out. This man, Mr. Harper, I don't think he lying about nothing. So you can't run that false allegation bullshit around us, because the public see everything. The internet is undefeated. We gonna see everything.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I did just like D-Lo said, man.
I'm not here to say if it is or isn't. Yeah. I'm not here to say if it is or isn't, but there is a lot of evidence that's out. So I guess we'll see what really comes of this. You did bring up a good point, and Stephen A also mentioned or echoed those same things. It's like, if this could be the reason that he is not in the league, he's not, and we don't know if that's true or not, but it's falls along the same lines as when Michael Sam's came out, or Sam.
I was going to bring
Michael
it up.
Sam came out right before the NFL draft, and he fell to the 7th round. When he was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year, unanimous All-American. How does he fall to the 7th round?
Facts.
And then also, he got cut in the preseason, and then only played one game in the CFL. So, and we don't know if his talent really was not that good, and he just wasn't good enough to play in the NFL and the CFL. Same thing with Dwight Howard. We can only see what we see when he was playing and what he has done while he was in Taiwan the last couple of years, where he was balling out. We assume that he's NBA type player because of what he has done historically and then what he did in Taiwan last year. But you would assume that this has a little bit to do with it, but we don't know. And it's not that we think he's not he's good enough to play, but it's like he's not even getting an opportunity.
Not even getting an opportunity
to do it.
G.
So his opportunities are dwindling, and is this the reason for that?
Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far and you like what you see, there's a video on the screen right here. Make sure you look at that and view that. We think you're going to love it. Also, we still got the 450 subscriber goal, so hit that subscribe button right there too. And we're on all your streaming platforms, wherever you find your podcasts.